What's for dinner, Luigi?
That's Mama Luigi to you. Spaghetti and meatball.
Did you bootleg anything today? Bootlegging is the transportation of illegal alcohol during the Prohibition era.
Oh, ow.
So, Babyface Johnny, how much did you fall when you fixed the World Series in 1919 by playing the following 8 Black Sox a collective $80,000? Claude, Ciote Claude, Lefty Williams, Arnold Chick Daniel, Charles Swede Risberg, George Buck Weaver, Shoeless Joe Jackson, and Oscar Happy Flesh to throw the elimination game.
Not as much as when I participated in the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. And I will blame it all on your old man. What I did was order 7 men against the wall. Because one of them looked like the guy I was looking for. And shot them all down in cold blood. We looked like we were disguised as cops, and I shot him down my worst enemy, Bugs Moran. He was famous for drive-bys and was charged with bank robbery and sentenced to 10 years in prison. But he's dead now.
Be quiet and eat dinner.
Shut up, woman.
Oh, ow.
Why don't you miss such a large amount of felonies, Babyface Johnny?
I like cheese.
So what have you two done today?
I made the stock market crash today.
No! What? How?
What I did was rob every bank in America. This created a high demand for money by banks. The only place for them to get money was to get it from brokers. The only way for brokers to get money was to get it from their customers. The only way for their customers to get money was to sell their stocks. And that greatly reduced the stock's value, creating a mass panic, leading to an even greater drop in value, making money less valuable. This will certainly lead to a depression of great proportions.
Cool.
Jeez, you're on a crime streak of legendary proportions. If you frame that on anybody, I'd hate to be them.
Oh, ow. So, Bob, we learned anything new today?
Yes, Henry Ford is the founder of Ford, designed the Model T and invented the production lines, and Gaston Chevrolet founded Chevrolet.
Oh, no one cares.
The rising effect of the automobile, which has 2 men helped pioneer, is leading to a smaller nation, but only metaphorically.
I don't get it.
No one does. My stupid, ugly wife is the reason I have a stupid, ugly son.
Ow, ow.
That's happened like 6 times. I'm gonna leave now, but first I must tell of yet another crime I committed. It's called the Teapot Dome Scandal. I encouraged the president to encourage his people to make secret deals involving public offices for personal profit. The Teapot Dome was a reserve in Wyoming created by Woodrow Wilson. He leased it in Wyoming for a private oil company. Pure evil.
Bye-bye!
I don't get it.
Oh yeah, I feel flapper. I flap all day until I can flap no longer. It's still what is there. I know not. I talk of today's popular culture, the movies, the first full-length ones, the silent films, the talkies, the first color film, the gulf between the first full-length color film, the Viking, the first talkie, Don Juan, the first full-length talkie, jazz singer, the music jazz, its birth in New Orleans, from African-American roots, Chicago, jazz second city, Paul Whiteman, jazz's most influential artist, Jelly Roll, Morton, the self-proclaimed creator of jazz, still in emptiness. Nothing fills my soul. I talk of today's biggest sports star, Walter Red Barber, the first play-by-play announcer on radio, Jim Daltrey, who has set a major league record with 12 runs batted in 1 game. Ernie Nevers, the fullback who scored all 40 points in a 40-0 shutout. Babe Ruth, the home run king, and of course Roger Hornsby, the first player to bat over 400 in a major league season. Yet I'm not complete. Why have been cursed with such a fate?
Sorry, neighbor. I couldn't overhear what you were saying. I'm here for some sugar.
I'm not offended. You wanted some of my sugar? How much? I'm so lonely. I need companionship.
Lady Americans.
So, Mr. Fresh Johnny, want to talk about Ernest Hemingway?
He's our time's most famous and recognizable writer. A sportsman, warrior, traveler, drinker, and his famous character was himself. What's to talk about?
Ever met Clara Bow?
I'm a criminal in the 1920s. I've met every woman alive.
Wow!
Tell me about it. She's the American It Girl. A film star, has sex appeal on a national scale, a highly paid actress, pretty and smart. I tell you, she's swell.
I want to be a criminal.
No, you don't! You only be what I want you to be.
Like Charles Lindbergh, the first man to fly solo across the Atlantic. He's an influence on America. He's changing our views on flight.
Oh yeah, Mama. I only want to be what you want me to be.
That's right, have a cookie.
Where's my sugar?
Right here. My God.
She's beautiful!
Easy, boy. This is our new neighbor. Her name is Xena. She watches Vladimir Zwolin's invention called the television. It will one day take the recently popularized radio first tested by Giulio Marconi.
Oh!
Bigger than radio. Lol.
Mark me not. I am but a lonely flapper. Louis is an immigrant who have no family. You see, after the World War, much of Europe lay in ruins, leaving millions of people without jobs and a takeover by oppression and old governments. Many coming to where they can be free and prosper. The good old US of A. In fact, there was such a boom in immigrants, the government passed the Immigration Restriction Act of 1921, limiting the number of immigrants to 355,000 a year, though it was only but a temporary measure.
Dinner!
I like
dinner!
Shut up, woman.
Oh! Ow! So, Xena, what's your favorite era in the Harlem history? The Harlem Renaissance.
Oh yes, that's when the blacks won the financial and educational improvement since the Harlem Nightlife attracted whites. The citizens were influenced by their high standards of living and decided it was time for a change.
That's the one.
So, Xena, which do you prefer? Arnold Rosenstein or Babe Ruth?
Oh, Rothstein was a hustler. Federal was investigated by the FBI. It was known as the Big Bankroll. And Babe Ruth is the greatest baseball player on the best baseball team. Hit 60 home runs in a season. 714 in his career. Pitched, played the outfield, almost single-handedly created the Yankees-Red Sox rivalry by switching teams and creating hard feelings and had cancer.
Oh!
To answer the question, Charlie Chaplin, he's one of the greatest all time and the funniest actor.
I don't get it. Well, 7 o'clock. Time to walk Xena home.
Be back soon, but not as soon as we have another president. You see, there have been many presidents to influence this, the roaring 20s. In a relative recent manner, approximately 6. Theodore Roosevelt with his national park. Ty with his living in a bathtub. Woodrow Wilson with the World War. Harding, he was a crazy one. Calvin Coolidge did lots of cool stuff, and Herbert Hoover called the Great Depression. You know why there's been so many presidents? Because they're all dead.
Shut up, woman.
Oh! Ow!
Back to the kitchen.
It's 7:01, and Al isn't back yet. What am I doing? Don't cross the street and get your father.
But I'm too fashionable.
What? You wear no knicker bottoms, raccoon coats, baggy pants, blazers, or flannel slacks, all of which are worn by the heroes of today. You don't even wear women's fashion, such as short skirts or sporty, boyish attire. What makes you fashionable?
I'm dirty.
Go!
Listen, lady, I never hurt Mama, and we almost kissed earlier.
Don't talk. I love you. I need you.
No, I've never done anything bad in my life.
You fill my needs.
We've known each other for 16 minutes.
That's how playing works.
Oh, yeah.
How could you, Dad?
No, son, it was an accident.
I'm telling.
be alone in 'tis a lonely life for me, a life of a flapper, but I dig my own grave. One day I shall find true love.
Dad, Christina, the most beautiful woman in a nation that is member of the League of Nations. It was founded during the World War by Woodrow Wilson in order to bring peace to the world. Ending of the First World War and consisted of the 5 greatest powers.
What?
It's not what you think!
No denial! I want to have my revenge by putting all baby-faced Johnny's crimes on you!
No, I disagree with the series that defends more than the 18th and 19th Amendments. The 18th that legalizes the production and transportation of alcohol. No, baby-faced Johnny did they profit off this. And 19th gave women the right to vote. Women's rights, what a joke.
You're under arrest for all about...
No!
It's not important who committed the crimes, officer. What is important is that he is guilty. Al Capone is an infamous villain whose crime sprees helped shape the 1920s.
Oh, Al Capone, you are under arrest for all those terrible things this random lady said you did, but mostly for tax evasion.
No, I didn't, I swear.
I'll ghost it.
That I filed those 6 months ago.
Here, your tax support's right here, Al Capone.
No, Mama, how
All
could
that
you?
just happened is the life story of Al Capone, except not really, as everything was extremely historically inaccurate and untrue, except for the facts. But what is true is that Al Capone is an infamous villain whose crime sprees helped shape the 1920s.